Hello Team Awesome! It's your friendly neighborhood Hillel back with another video about creativity. This time we're going to be talking about the creative process. I've alluded to this in other videos and now it's time to delve into it. What is it? Where is it? How can I cultivate it? Alright, so let's talk about it. Tell me, has this ever happened to you? Man, I do not know where I am going with insert creative project here. Like, I think I have an idea. I don't know if it's good. I wish there was some kind of system or structure by which I could use to develop my idea, a way to professionally assess what I'm doing, a process, if you will. Okay, so the creative process. What is it? According to masterclass.com, the creative process is the evolution of an idea into its final form through a progression of thoughts and actions. The creative process involves creative thinking and problem-solving skills. And I would like to agree with this definition. The creative process is the process by which we create our project. It is not only how to be creative, it is how we create. According to the website, which actually references a 1926 book on creativity called The Art of Thought by Graham Wallas, a social psychologist and co-founder of the London School of Economics, there are 5 stages that most creators subconsciously follow. These are preparation, incubation, illumination, evaluation, and verification. Let's talk a bit about each of these, and I'll give you an example of each. Preparation. So this is the phase where you have the idea and you are gathering your research and materials. You brainstorm, you let your mind wander around, you write down ideas so that you can foster divergent thinking, which is key to creativity. During preparation, your brain is using memory to draw on knowledge and past experience to generate new ideas. Example, you want to write a song. This is where the idea for the song comes up. You want it to be about love. Yes, that is the first and easiest thing that came to my mind. Or maybe the melody comes first, and then you try and wrap some lyrics around it. This is the stage where you're putting down all the ideas you can. You can say this is the no bad ideas phase. You throw everything you can within the context of love, for example. At this point, you would even listen to other songs about love. You are figuring out the genre, writing out some ideas. In this stage, you want your mind to wander. It's the block of marble that you would now begin to chisel into a statue. The incubation stage. So when you've squeezed out all of your ideas, hopefully into a folder called brainstorming, you can now step back. Yes, this is the part where you are literally letting the idea marinate in your mind. For me, this stage is best when you leave the project fully alone. If you think about it, it's in a light manner, not an intense process. Take a break, go for a walk, work on another project, go skydiving, whatever. The idea is in the back of your mind, working. Example, you're working on your love song. This is the point where you go away for the weekend, catch up on some Netflix, or do something that doesn't allow you to go into deep thought about the love song. Don't worry, it's there. Illumination stage, or the insight stage. This is where you're able to take all the seemingly disparate ideas, concepts, materials, etc., and connect them into your mind into a fully formed idea. This is where you find solutions to problems. This part can just happen. It's sort of magical. If you have ever watched the TV show House about the pill-popping doctor with a limp, this is when he's having a conversation with Wilson and mid-sentence, he looks off past him and suddenly he's solved the case. Well, sometimes he's wrong if it's like halfway through the episode and then eventually he figures this out. But this is when your idea takes fruition. So example, in our love song example, one day you're talking with your friend and he's talking about a girl he just met and how when they spoke, everything felt like it was moving in slow motion and then hits you, bam! For me, I'm usually like, it's so fucking obvious. How did I not see it? So now your love song is everything happens in slow motion, comes through, and the idea is now taking full shape and you're beginning to really see what the idea is. At the evaluation stage is when you take a critical look at your idea. You reflect about your concepts or creative problems and see if the solutions that you've come up with make sense for your project. In this stage, you will review your work, cross your I's and dot your T's. Oh wait, that doesn't sound right. Maybe you'll send it over to a friend you trust. Say, hey, does this suck or not? How do I make it better? Example, with our love song, Everything Happens in Slow Motion, you say the title is a bit long. Slow motion is much better. You practice the song a couple times, show it to your producer friend who tells you that maybe this line needs work, maybe this melody needs to be sharpened up a little bit, and you kind of like go back and forth until it comes out really good, like how you want it to turn out. And finally, we have the verification stage. Your creative project may be a physical object, an advertising campaign, a song, a novel, an architectural design, or a YouTube video. This is the point where your tangible or intangible product is presented for the world to see. You finalize your project and you share it with the rest of the world. Example, this is when your song is done. You've recorded it and it sounds brilliant. Well, at least to you. And you share it. Now, luckily, we have so many avenues to share. Then the next concern is, will anyone listen to it? So I've talked about the creative process, but why is it important? I feel that it is important because it gives us structure by which we can create. I've said on this channel before that I have a process so that I can be productive even when I'm not creative. And this is essential to a creative because there are times when the creative juices just aren't flowing and you're feeling less inspired. Well, with the creative process, you can still work. Structure breeds creativity. The other benefits of the creative process are trusting your intuition. The more you do the creative process and see that it works, the more you trust your own intuition. Taking risks. The process allows you to take risks, and you can get better at taking the kinds of risks that make your projects different. Reduces stress. You're no longer stressing about what to do next. You have a structure, so when you are done with one stage, you just move on to the next one. Self-awareness. The more you're able to trust the process and listen to yourself, the stronger your self-awareness becomes. But the caveat is the creative process is no guarantee of external success. You will get your project done for sure. Whether they are good or bad really depends on how you determine success. You won't go wrong following the creative process though. I would agree with this concept of the creative process. I'll give you an example from my life, something I've actually talked about. My first film, My Very Ganyan Wedding, I knew I wanted to write a rom-com, something that everyone could like, something fun and light for my first movie. I had the idea for the dutiful son who did everything his mother wanted to the detriment of his own desires. I actually had the seed for this idea long before I started writing the script. When it came time to write, I was ready to do my research. I felt like the film would have a wedding theme, so I researched traditional weddings in Ghana and white weddings. I got all the materials I needed. So this is the part where I watch films that are similar to the look and feel of the film that I'm working on. I watched Bridesmaids, My Best Friend's Wedding, and My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I wouldn't say that I took an official break from the script, but there was a point when I had a prop. I wanted to add a scene where they could sing at the dinner table like in My Best Friend's Wedding, but I couldn't get it to work, and that's when I went to a birthday dinner, and the boyfriend of the birthday girl had a guy come out with a guitar and sing for her. Then I had a couple of people read my script, make corrections, and then I made my revisions, and then we went on from there. Even though I had never read this specific concept of the creative process, I would say that my process follows this quite well. And within this process, I feel like each individual creator has their own process, which is specific to the field that they are in. I'll have to look into doing a video about that. Actually, this video was supposed to be about that, but it took a different turn. And hey, that's okay, that's the process. A brief note about each individual process. I think that those do fit within the 5 stages. It's just the way to go about it. Like some people draw inspiration from their own experiences, some from the experiences of their friends. Some people can go back and forth between the first and second stages, saying that this works, this doesn't work, etc. Some people have a smooth transition. They know exactly how to get where they're going and rarely get stuck. I'll use my lyric writing as an example. For me, I can either jump into a song and just flow from my head. So I'm not actually writing anything down. I'm just letting the song come from my subconscious or the universe or from Pambaye. I don't know. The idea is that I will find the song as I break it down. What that means is, if I start humming a tune, it sounds good, then I'll put some words to it. The idea has something it wants to be, like a love song, for example. I don't know that really at that point in time. I'm just humming and saying words and the idea just comes. Then I can formulate the concept from there. If it sounds good to me, I'll record it on my phone or I'll write down the lyric. The other style I use if I'm writing a song and I know what I want to write about, I will put down words and phrases that evoke the concepts or themes of the song I'm working on. I construct the song from there. I guess these are different styles of writing. I know David Bowie had a crazy style where he would cut out words from magazines and throw them all together. I think I'll do a video on style or personal process another day. Anyway guys, that's all for me. I really hope that you liked this video, and if you did, give it a like and subscribe while you're at it. You're not hurting anyone, as far as I know. Let me know, what do you think about the creative process? Does it work for you? If not, why? As always, I would love to know what you guys are working on. Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, take it easy.